In this video we are going to have a look at the FAO Downloader plugin for QGIS. This plugin has been developed by Brendan Vissers with assistance from Salary James Chawanda. The plugin is not yet available from the official plugins repository of QGIS, so we need to download the zip file here from GitHub. Just download it to a temporary folder and then go into the zip file. And what you need to do is copy the FAO_downloader folder. So that's the part that needs to be extracted. So on Windows you do it like this. I'll paste it here in the temporary folder. And now it's extracted. And I'm going to zip that specific subfolder. So the important thing to remember if you want to install plugins from zip files is that you cannot use normally the zip file that you download directly from GitHub, but that you need the subfolder which contains all the plugin data. So in this case, that's the FAO_downloader folder, and that one also needs to be done in the zip format. Now in QGIS, I can install this plugin. I go to the Plugins Manager, and there I go to Install from Zip. I browse to this new zip file, FAO_downloader.zip, make sure you choose the correct one, and click Install Plugin. You get a warning that this can be harmful if you don't trust the plugin, but in this case we could just proceed and install it, and you can see now that the plugin has been successfully installed. It adds this FAO Downloader icon, and you can find also the FAO Downloader menu. So we're almost ready to test the plugin, but I need some geospatial context. So I'm going to install the Quick Map Services plugin to get us an online layer where we can indicate our study area. After installing the plugin, you can find it in the web menu, but you see you only have 2 services available, OSM and NASA. If you want more services, go to Settings, More Services tab and click Get Contributed Pack. Then click OK and save and go back to the web menu. There you find now more sources, and here we use Google Satellite. Find your study area. In this case I'm just going to use some irrigated field in the desert here. Let's now launch the FAO Downloader plugin dialog. And the first time that you open it, it will bring you to the Settings tab. It's important that you authenticate there with the token from your Vapor account. So you have to log into your account. Then you can click on My Vapor. There you can go to My Profile. And there you cannot see tokens that you've already generated. So if you haven't written it down somewhere, you can generate a new one. And obviously you should not share this with others. And then back in QGIS you paste the token in the plugin and click Update Token. You can do a recheck to see if the token is correct, and it is okay. And then under defaults you can define your default download directory. And I'll use FAO_data. Let's go to the Download Data tab, and there you see that we need to select a layer for the extent. This needs to be a polygon vector layer. So since we don't have a layer yet, I'm going to create one. I'm going to create a temporary scratch layer. Obviously you can use any polygon layer of your study area, but here for demonstration I'll create a temporary one with a geometry type polygon and without any attributes. Then I'm in editing mode and I'm going to create a polygon around these pivots. With right click I close the polygon, and then I toggle off and save. Now let's go back to the FAO Downloader dialog, and there the only polygon layer is already selected, the study area. Clip to cut line, make sure that the downloads are clipped to the polygon instead of having a rectangular raster. For the data, I use Vapor 2 and then the level 200 meter that I'm going to download for this example. And I just want to see some monthly actual evapotranspiration and interception. If you double click on a data set, it will show the metadata. I'm going to uncheck the other boxes. Here you can also change the workspace to get access to other datasets from FAO, but in this video we're just focused on Vapor version 2. And you can set the temporal range for the rasters that you want to download. And I'm just going to download the last 3 months. You can also see that for decadal data you can choose between cumulative or average. In this case we are downloading monthly data. Here I can choose the download directory. I guess that if I don't fill it in, it will use the default directory from the settings tab. And then I click to start the download. After downloading, you can close the dialog. I've made a favorite of the download folder, and let's have a look what it downloaded. There's a folder with the workspace name, date and time of the download, then the product folder, and within that folder I find a CSV file that I can open in QGIS, and I can check the table by opening the attribute table, and there I find the months that I've downloaded, the month IDs, and the bounding boxes. Then I have 3 TIFF layers that I can open like any raster layer in QGIS by simply dragging it to the map canvas. And I can style these layers using the layer styling panel. Now you have to note that when you download data from the Vapor portal, you still need to use conversion factors. So in this case, this would be in integer 16 bits and need to be multiplied by 0.1 to get the millimeters. But the plugin already took care of that. So our units are already in millimeters. So I can just simply style it. And here, the more blue, the more evapotranspiration. In order to compare the layers, I'm going to copy the style. So all the legends are in the same range for the 3 months. And then by hiding layers, I can see the changes over the month. Easier way to visualize that is using the Map Swipe tool plugin. I'm going to install the Map Swipe tool plugin from the plugins manager. And if you click the Map Swipe tool icon after selecting a layer, you'll be able to drag a line to see the differences. This is an easy way to compare. It also works from left to right. So in this video you've learned how to download and install the FAO downloader plugin and to use it to download Vapor data for a study area in QGIS.